And my good glasses, that's what I'm referring to, are metal frames, and they catch in my hair all the time. So I go back and forth, and then I have my readers. And so doing my makeup, what I do primarily on a makeup or full face of makeup day is I put on, once I get out of the shower, my moisturizer and all that good stuff. You're brushing your teeth, going through that routine. And I really like Dermatology. This is a universal tinted moisturizer with SPF 46. It's kind of a little bit of a glow, but it gives you that little bit of tint. And I need that this time of year. And I also go back and forth because you don't really need the SPF, but they say go ahead and wear that every day, that it is important. That isn't the cheapest, but it's really good for your skin. So I tend to get that on sale, and that's normally 2 for $40, and it lasts for about a year. Pretty good. I mix it with a 50 or higher SPF in the summer. Then I do my Laura Geller, and this just gives you a little bit more color. It's this nice mix. This one is fair, so it's baked, balanced, and brighten. So once I get on my tinted face SPF moisturizer and face protector, even if I'm not going to be on this in the sun, sometimes I just do that, like I said. Then I put on, I'm trying to use this little mirror I got. Geez, change is hard. So it looks pretty good. So then what I do is let that kind of dry, and I grab one of 3. So most of the time I have a designated brush for each powder. And this one here, I use a lot for my Laura Geller. This one I will use, which is really neat because it's got this soft bristles on it. I use this one, and that's just to make sure everything is blended, because when you are getting into the fall weather, and then especially winter, you don't want a big line, after you put on your tinted moisturizer around your face, around your neck. So give this a blend. And my hair is up, so you really could see a big line around because my white skin and tinted moisturizer. So this is so soft. Very nice. I like it. And then I have just this one for my everyday translucent powder. This one's kind of seen a lot of life. I do wash them every couple of months. I can show you that. And then what I do, if I'm just using a powder over, I just grab one that's inexpensive, and I go with the Almay loose finishing powder. And this works really well just to go over after you've put on your rouge, your blush, whatever you call it, just so that it's not too dark. And I also do a little blend sometimes. And this Laura Geller you can apply to your cheeks. So I'll show you that. And here I am, glasses on, glasses off. So just put a little bit to give you a little bit of brightening. You could put a little bit wherever you think you might need it. And then I take a little bit of blush or rouge. What do you call it? I think we always have called it blush. So this is a little cheek pop, and it's Pink Honey Pop, but it tends to be kind of a fall color. This is my little Clinique, and that's my treat. Anytime I can and I have a coupon, I'll run by like Ulta and I get myself a little Clinique because that's my preference. Now, that's kind of old school. You know how you get used to something and then you just really like the colors and the way it applies onto your skin. So I don't want too much. I can't barely even see, so it's a dark, rainy day. Let me see. I just want a little bit of a pop of color. Okay, so then I'll just take it and put a little bit. Hi guys, little pop of color. Okay, so once you have that, if you're happy with the results, and I'm sitting in my chair, so hence I keep moving everything. If you need to, come back over to it, and like I said, just give it a little blend. And that would be with your translucent powder. I need a little bit more on the brush, so I have a little container to the side, but get some off of my little puffy translucent powder. Okay, so these are just kind of my primary staples. And so what we've done is we've just put on that moisturizer and a little bit of Laura Geller blend, and then a little bit of blush. So this one is Maybelline. Again, just kind of my colors that I go for, and I'll show you this palette. Very soft and subtle, and I use these brushes. I don't really use the brushes it comes with, and I always get stuff on special or sale. So this one, let me get this adjusted a little bit. Okay, so this one we're just going to go in and cover with the light all over my lid. So the light color, and we did do a little translucent powder so it doesn't crease. And then after the light, we're just going to grab our other brush that's for dark and blend it here, these two. Give it just a little bit of color upper and lower. I'm not really into too much, so I just put it on. Kind of scary when you can't see much. It goes on dark, so then I'm going to come back in with this one shade darker than the lightest and do a blend. Blend, blend, blend. You don't want that big mark. Okay, and then after that I'm going to use my light. So this is the brush for light. Kind of go up and blend. Up for a highlight and blend. Now I can definitely say you're going to have to go over this and give it a look. This is not all, this mirror is newer to me, so can't see that well. Gonna have to check it, because I can guarantee what you're going to do, and you won't be able to see, is just give this a little bit of a blend. Go in with your translucent powder if you want. If you can't see, I'm telling you it's there. It just happens to go into your eyebrows. God bless me with really good eyebrows, so I don't do a thing to my eyebrows. And just right here in the crease of your eye. And if you want to highlight a little bit under your eye, you might want to do that once we get our mascara on. Okay. So now, let's just get a little bit of mascara. And you know what? Let me see if I can get this to go a little darker. I mean, brighter. Not really. Okay, this oldie but goodie is really what I can see in. And I need to pick up a little bit of light. Not a whole lot, but it's something. So let's just get a little bit of mascara on. We're not going to go into this big deal because I don't. I'm just getting some makeup on, and I am doing the food bank today. So it's also rainy, but this is waterproof, but I just want to look nice and fresh, meet and greet others, and pay it forward. So today will be a good day. This is, isn't this, this one's CoverGirl. Probably been using it forever too. But I just got this brand new one, so I replace it every couple of months. But do a little bit on my bottom lash. Yeah. I can see perfectly, pretty much. Oops. Gotta fix that. Through my little mirror here that I handheld. So definitely gotta fix that. I feel like my mom. She always used to say, what do I need to fix? It's like, okay, grab a Q-tip there, Mom. Fix that part. Okay. Give it a little swipe. And then looking, I can see, make sure everything's kind of blended. I got a big blob right here. And don't wipe your eye with this Q-tip, whatever you do, because then you'll have something in your eye for hours and want to scream. Okay. Not fancy, but looking together. Now we're going to do, this is the same brand as the Dermatology Tinted Moisturizer. So let me confirm. This is a gel eyeliner. It says Extreme Wear Waterproof, and it's intense color, but I always get the brown. So I don't use much either, just a little bit. And if I was going for it, I would do my upper lashes and all that. And, you know, I really would have to practice because going across, I don't need all that. It's just 6 years old. I only do certain things. And a lot of times I just do brush my teeth, put on my tinted moisturizer or powder, a little bit of cheek, and then lipstick. That's about it. But that, oh golly, that's it. Here I am. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is get ready to go, and I will apply a little bit more lipstick, and then I'm going to go over it with a light color. So I'll show you that just one moment. Okay, so the look I'm going for is just mellow. Just nice, mellow. I checked when I stood up over by the lighting, and I had to do a little bit of blending. So, you know, you have nice cream on your face, so that part is good. And the colors that I use, back and forth, are always the Superstay. And these are Maybelline. And I just kind of go on and put it on. And I'll freshen it up, but I still have to eat a little breakfast and all. So do one more teeth washing, and then I just do a little subdued Laura Geller, and a little blend. I'll go over it again. So, boy, I am wrinkled up. I gotta fix that. I have a wrinkle spray. I'll spray that on, but now I can see that I definitely need to do a little bit more liner, and that should be good. I hope you have a great day and enjoy and make a difference. So today is the local food bank and I'm volunteering, and that should go really good. Thank you for joining me, Dana's Daily Doodles.